5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I was asked to come live, and so I decided to. Let me see who is. Let me see who is. Can I see comments? Can I see comments? If you're already on this live section, just react because I cannot see. Okay, yes, Esther beloved. Hello. Woo. First participants on the live show today. Let's wait for others to join in. I want to speak about prayer. Hello. Eligwe Joy. Okay. I just react to the live video, maybe a like or a thumbs up, so I can know how many people are here. Yes, Omatoke, cosmic blessings. It's such a beautiful day. I want to share something because while I was so yes, Chedu Chisom, how are you today? Okay, so you know, in the morning when I was awake, a message came, and it was like a query: do prayers work? Later on today, I'm very well, Chedu. Later on today, somebody sent me a message. Just listen carefully. Somebody sent a message. Is there any way I can bring anybody to? Is it possible? I can't. Okay. So later on today, someone sent me a message, a very long message. What happened previously? She booked a section. In between the section, I was telling her that a particular friend of hers was going to disappoint her. But you know, when we are clouded by illusion, we do not see what is in front of us. Like, for instance, now, you want to travel out. You are hell-bent on traveling out. Even if people come to tell you to be careful about certain things, you would not want to see that, because what is actually in front of you is to travel out. Anyway, I shared my insights and told her what I saw. And then when she went for visa interview and all that, she didn't get the visa. It was after she didn't get the visa that she started opening up that it was her ex that was she was going to meet, that she was doing, you know, a lot of things started coming up. That's the person she was going to meet. And I told her clearly, I said, you are going to travel. Where was she supposed to travel to? She was going to the US. I told her, I said, you are going to travel. So today, she sent a message to me and she was saying she's falling into depression. Right? She wants to go and do this, she wants to go and do, she wants to go for nursing, blah, blah, blah. I didn't have words to type, so I called her. I said, you see now that DJ, you people know who DJ is in the US, right? DJ is, telling people to leave the country. I'm trying to censor my words so that YouTube does not, you know. So I said, CJ is sending people out. So the way CJ is sending people out now, if you had, let's assume you successfully traveled, you and I know that you are not going to school because you do not have the means to pay your fees. You did not even open up to me then. It's later on that I was even finding out. You do not have the means to pay your fees. You also do not have an accommodation. You say your ex is going to. So it means that you're going to be dependent on an ex and you're going to do whatever that ex says because that's your only means to staying there. Now that DJ is sending people, what if you traveled and DJ now says you should come back to Nigeria? And she was quiet. Hello, Ifeyiwa Agu, cosmic blessings. And she was quiet, but she was still persistent on. She's sad, she's depressed. I said your attachment to things. So because you could not travel now, you are depressed. Because you could not get your visa now, you are depressed. And so the universe will keep teaching you. I'm heading somewhere. The universe will keep teaching you until you learn. The universe wants you to learn. The universe wants you to learn. And if you have not gone through the process, many prayers are answered. What's prayer? Can somebody tell me what prayer is? Look for the dictionary version of prayer. Just tell me what prayer is. Now I'm going to share my insights. What is prayer? I want a dictionary meaning of prayer. Anyone? It's, nobody's going to leave this world. Nobody is going to leave this world alive. Let me put it that way. Nobody's escaping not leaving the world. But again, because we know that we are all going to leave this world someday, we are kind of in a rush to accomplish certain goals. But we forget, hello, cosmic blessings everyone, we forget that we are all living a script. No matter how much you try, we are all living a script, and we must learn the act of surrendering. Now, what is prayer? For me, prayer is worship. Prayer is acknowledging the great divine. Prayer is submission to the will of the Almighty God. Yes. Is that a dictionary meaning? If anyone argue, is that a dictionary meaning? Yes. For me, I have seen prayer as worship. The moment I understood that, while in that mode, I have to always listen. The kind of prayer that we're used to is talk. We talk, we bind, we cast, we request, we break, we diminish, But there's a place where the great one, God, divine one, who lives inside every one of us. We are small gods. We have the great, we have the greater version of us living inside of us. We have the bigger version of us living inside of us. So when you're small, when the small God, you speak and speak and speak and speak, the greater you ascends. In prayer, the greater you ascends. The bigger you comes out of you. That's what we call the divine creator. The divine creator who gave birth to all of us. It's just like you having a mother and father. Even if they leave this world today, they still have they still have a part of them living inside of you. And that is how God is to us. He created us. She created us in her image and in her likeness. In his image and in his likeness. And deposited his greatness, her uniqueness, his uniqueness, his might, her might, into every one of us. And then the only time we can call it forth is when we are submissive, when we submit and say, okay, I submit now. Let the greater one inside of me take charge. Now, we all have an assignment in this dimension. We all are here for a purpose. And any action, just listen very carefully, any action that you are taking that is against the purpose why you are here, it will be countered. Any purpose you take, your purpose might to become wealthy, right? That's your purpose coming to this earth. But the process to get into that wealth, if it's not how it was designed for you, it will be countered. Please, I want to be sure that you are getting me. Are you following? Your purpose on earth, as you are here, might be to be rich. Okay, yes, you want to be rich. Okay, fine. The process that you want to use in getting to that riches, if it was not the plan, if it's not the scripts, just like they give actors and actresses scripts, if it's not the script that was given to you on how to get to that wealth, you are going to get a pushback. So the reason you get pushbacks most times is not because God hates you. That is not the route that has been assigned to that plan, that thing you want to go and achieve. I give an example. Somebody wants to travel out, and then they decide they want to sell their house. At every means they try to sell that house, they get a pushback. At every means they try to push that to sell that house, to travel abroad, they get a pushback. Does that mean they're not supposed to travel abroad? No, it is in their destiny to travel abroad. But that means they want to use in traveling abroad. It is not what is written in their scripts. It's not in the manual. But the moment they now say, okay, I believe I carry wealth inside of me, let me build that wealth, let me do this, let me put out my talents, my gifts and all that, those the money for that trip comes miraculously. So most of the things that we desire in life, it is not as if it's not ours, but the paths that we are taking, I'm not even saying good or bad, I'm just saying the paths. I'm not talking about whether this path is evil or good or no. I'm talking about the paths. Your path to a particular destination might not be the right path you are taking, and might not be that path that has been designed for you. And so because it is not that path that has been designed for you, you are going to get a pushback. And no matter how much you pray, there will be no headway. If that is not what has been designed to get to that place, you pray from now to tomorrow, you will get a pushback. You will get a pushback. Now, another truth I want us to understand is that we all have different timing. There are people that are not supposed to get married anything later, earlier than 25. They will say, I want to get married, I want to get married, I want to get married. Okay, they now forcefully get married. Then they will now find out why they were not supposed to get married at 25. Why? Because most of the lessons that they were supposed to learn will come for 25 years. So after that 25 years, they will use it to, learn the next phase of their life. If you're not praying and praying and praying and trying to force and use another route and try to get married before that time that has been designed for you, you will encounter divorce, you will encounter trauma, you will encounter all sorts. There are also people yes there are also people that in their destiny, the people that they will meet before they are 25 is going to leave them. It has been written. Either they will transition, they will leave this world, or something will just happen to them, or they'll just be a detachment. They just detach themselves like that. Do you understand? The universe is saying, the divine creator is saying, you're going to lose all these people that you have met. The moment you get to 35, you will not be able to see them again. Either they will travel to far distance or one thing or the other. You will say, Phil, you will still insist on getting married at that time. And what happens is either you lose the husband to the great beyond, or something happens, the husband goes, and now that man now finds his real soulmate that was assigned to him, and then you are left stranded. I don't know, are you following what I'm saying? We must understand where prayer works. Me, do I try to push sometimes? Yes, I try to push sometimes. But the moment I realize that it's not it, I'm going to share something very soon this year. I'm going to share something very soon. I'm taking my lessons. The moment I realize that it's not it, the good thing, I don't know, the good thing that I have been blessed with is the act of detachment. Excuse me. You see that act of detachment? I have been so blessed with it. I can want something so much. I can want something so much. And then 24 hours later, when I find out that it's not the right time, I'll say, now, so why I let it go? But some people would never let it go. They will hold on to it. They will cry. They will say it by force. One thing women need to know, I just have to say this. You are designed to be nurtured. Please understand this very well. You are designed to be nurtured. Any man that is coming to you must learn how to nurture you and not harvest your energy. Your nurturing back comes from you being replenished by the person that you are with. If I am so replenished, if I'm so relaxed, if I am so nurtured, it is easy for me to give myself. And that is what the divine feminine is about. The divine feminine energy does not expect you to get to a place where you are exhausted. The divine feminine energy does not require you to get to a place where you are exhausted. If you ever have to get to that point, it means that your energy has been harvested. Every time you get to a point where you're so exhausted, it means that your energy has been harvested. Now let's continue. So you keep pushing, you keep insisting, the kind of messages I get 24/7, and I'm using this phone. You keep pushing, you keep saying that it's a must that you must get this thing, and then you not get it. Then you become stranded in it. I'm going to go further, but just hold on, so you can know what is the place of prayer after all. It's okay. Somebody waits for 17 years. Somebody waits for 17 years old. 17 good years old. They wait. And then that 17 years, they're looking for the fruit of the womb. They want to have a child. And they pray, they fast, they do all sorts. 17 years later, they have a child. So all those prayers for 17 years, what was it for? All those prayers that they were having for 17 years, what was it for? I know somebody who prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed for marriage for over 10 years until she got married last year. She should be close to 50 years or above 50 years. So those years of prayers, what were they for? It has been written that it's so and so time that marriage will happen, and you agreed, your soul agreed to it. It has been written that it's so and so time. You are the one that agreed that it is so and so time that you will have that child. You are the one that agreed. You are the one that agreed with the universe before you came. If you were in rewire your path in 9 days, you understand what I'm saying. The things we touched during that meeting was way deeper than this. We spoke about how the subconscious mind works. We spoke about why a child will just come to this world, a newborn baby, and then they experience some kind of suffering. We spoke about that, but I'm not going to speak about that because that's in the class. If you want to get the class, there's a recorded version. You can subscribe and listen to it. It's 9 days straight. But now, that 17 years that lady waited, that 17 years that she waited, she had already made that agreement. Her soul has made that agreement. And you will realize that the things that are really yours, you don't even need to struggle so much for them. They just come like water and just enter into you. Why? Because that is what is for your soul. I'm trying very hard to really explain this so that you understand. When I am doing readings for people, I see certain timings. If you like, pray from now till tomorrow. You see that timing, that thing I've told you will happen. That's what will happen. It's not a prophecy. It is what has been written. It's a script. If you like, pray from now till tomorrow. The only thing that would change is that the universe will give you that strength, the wisdom to navigate. And then, if, for instance, you're supposed to fall down from a rock and hit the ground, there will be a blanket for you to lay on. You see that kind of soft landing. But it does not mean that event will not happen. Now, for me, January 13th to March 6th, I'm supposed to be restless. I'm supposed to be moving out of the house. Something's supposed to be happening. Blah, 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 blah. That's what has been written. But because I am aware and because I am in surrendering mood, when we were having that meeting. I spoke about my house. The other occupant, the other person that bought the other house, is now that the person is moving in, and then the hitting, trying to move in, the breaking, the renovation, is the noise is coming to my own house. But because I have already known this, I have prepared my mind to what is happening. So you are a soul. Your flesh, your soul just changed flesh. You have existed centuries ago. And you said that this is also and so time that you will do this. Because this is when the person that you signed an agreement to do it with will be available for you. That's why I made a post one time. I said, if you know that what you are looking for will come in 5 years' time, what will you do in between? If you know that I shared on that story of a friend of mine who came for my housewarming. Now, when she came for my housewarming, they were going through a trying time, and I told her that, okay, come for section. And she was doing back and forth. I said, okay, I will give you a space in my house to sit down, so we discuss. You understand? And I will tell you what's ahead. And I gave her timing on when this is going to happen. Do you know, since 2022, it is now that she's making headway. It's now that, she's getting herself back. But the truth is, if she was aware of what lies ahead, she would have prepared herself for this moment. So that when this moment finally comes, this is a place for prayer. So that when your moment finally comes, it will be magnanimous. It will be of great positive impact. Because that period that you were supposed to use in waiting, there was something you were supposed to be doing in that your waiting period. That waiting period, you were supposed to use to develop yourself. So that by the time you come out from your waiting period, you are equipped for what is made available for you. And that's the reason why people come to me for alignment sections, because they know what is ahead. Okay, so they plan ahead. They even they plan their resources, and so because they know that so this what's going to happen with finances, they put finances down for rainy day. There's a tribe of mine who is in the UK. She became cold. She didn't know I noticed, because I had told her a lot of things and she was not seeing it. I think I shared a screenshot of our conversation, and I told her that it's close. I called her 3 weeks ago now, and that your time for manifestation is close. Get ready. Your time for manifestation is close. Get ready. Because I understand timing. I know when. It is something I have been blessed with, and it's something I dig deep. I'm not talking about blankets, whatever. Oh, it is well with you. Oh, no, I give you accurate time, months by months. So This last week, I woke up and I got a message, and she was like, "Hey, bringer of light, I pity anybody when take you play, and anybody that does not know you, you just talk. Guess what? Just one of the 100 manifestations that she could not even close her mouth has happened. Just as in, it has happened. What did the universe expect from her at that time was to nurture herself to prepare. Then there are some that have blockages that if they really dedicate themselves now to remove that blockage, it's going to happen immediately. There are some who are the architect, who the yam and the knife is in their hands. The moment they dedicate time to remove that blockage, they see manifestation. Now, why do I teach people how to manifest? I teach people how to manifest so that they can manifest what their heart truly desires. Because if you live in blankets, the universe will give to you whatever is in your frequency, and whatever is in your frequency might not be something that you have healed from. Might still, they'll say you get married, or you get married, but you get married to an abusive person. Oh, you have a child, but you have a child, and then there's one issue with the child. Do you understand? So that is the place of manifestation. The place to manifest, and you're manifesting now, is to tell the universe, this is exactly how I see my life. This is exactly who I am. And I do not expect anything less than this. So what is prayer? To me, prayer is communing with our spirit man. We like to look outside of ourselves to pray, and all that. Prayer is communion. Having communion with your highest self. What does prayer do? Prayer prepares you. What does prayer do? Prayer equips you. What does prayer do? Prayer strengthens you. In that, you might be going through a turbulent time, but you've been sending me email, Eligwe Joy. You keep sending me email asking for, I don't know what you want to do with the cost of my alignment section. What does prayer do? Prayer gives you the strength to go through whatever you're going through, so that you can wait, and so that you do not self-sabotage yourself. That's one of the reasons why I do not pray. I just give thanks. I just commune. I stay in gratitude. I stay in acknowledgement. My greatest request every day is wisdom and clarity. You have wisdom, you have clarity, you do not need anything else, because everything else will follow. You do not need to ask for anything. There was a point I was desperate for 24 hours. But I'm glad I came back to myself, because I looked at the timing and I said, okay, that's it. That's it. I just have to wait. Imagine you trying to sell a house, but you hear clearly that you should sell this house this particular time. This is how much you are going to get. What will you do? You wait. Maybe that will be the point. Maybe that will be the point where you do not even have money. So you are desperate to sell the house, but the universe is saying that if you sell this house at this particular time, you will not make good profit from it. Or you're trying to take a loan, and the universe is saying, if you take this loan at this particular time, you won't be able to pay for it. But because of Ojukokoro, you still go ahead and say, to pay. You become stuck. If they ask you what you use that money for, you cannot even say it. You can't even say it. So is our prayers a necessity? Our prayers a necessity. Our prayers actually asking for what? Are prayers meant to overturn, to turn back, to turn the hand of God, to change our purpose, to change our will? Please send an email. Is that what prayers are really for? If you know your divine assignment, if you know your divine will, you will use your waiting period to build strength, to build resilience, to increase your wisdom. And that is what remedies does. When people are saying, oh, when they finish alignment section, I ask, they say they want to so and so, so and so. I say, okay, do remedies. Remedies work differently for different people, depending on your past life depths, karma, or deeds. If you have done so much, I'm not talking about good or evil. Oh. This is not about good or evil. If you have done so much, say for instance, you have stolen so much from people, you should know whether that is good or evil. And you have so stolen from people in previous lives, and then you now come now, and then there is you're asking for something, depending on how much you have sown. That's how fast or slow your remedies will work. Olivia, I told Olivia Grace TV, she's here. I told Olivia, I don't know, I just decided to, she was supposed to get something for me, and I told her, I said I will not engage her, because if I engage her that period, both of us are going to have a misunderstanding. Because imagine you and somebody in good terms, but because you engage the person's services at the wrong time and they don't deliver, you now have misunderstanding with the person. So I told Olivia Grace TV that I will not engage you, because look at what I am seeing in the next 2 months. Do you know that in that 2 months, actually, it's back-to-back quarrel that Olivia had? She's here, ask her. I gave her what was going to happen for 2 months. Maybe it's now she's getting back herself. Back-to-back is one issue. In fact, the person that she was calling her child left her to go and stay with a man. They were looking for her for days. She does not know that I saw that story. I was following the story. It's back-to-back different issues, because if you are not aware, you will allow those things to happen. But if you're in awareness, before those things happen, you just take it away from your energetic field. You push them away from your energetic field and just say, I don't want this. But if you don't want to come into full awareness, you will keep insisting that you want something, the same thing. Every time she will say, I'm a mother of 2 or 3. Yeah, a mother of 2. What's 2 or 3? What are you contemplating for? You're a mother of 2, a mother of 2 or 3. Olivia. Okay, so who wants to ask questions? Who has any question to ask? Let me answer. We have. You're laughing. I say you're laughing because they say, Goodness, I was talking to you. I was talking to Olivia Grace TV. Don't come here. Just follow your grandma. Down. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Are you seeing what he's doing? He's holding the door. Okay, so we have 21 minutes left. Ask your questions. I just plan to stay 1 hour today. Do you understand all of the things I said? But if you have questions, ask. I'm very open to answering questions. I have 20 minutes. I already told you people to come up with your questions. Okay, remedies. I don't know how much time okay, let me answer again. I don't know how much time you have to wait. I have to go into your energy, analyze, and know that I don't even know what you have to wait for, or except I check. I think you should buy my course. If you cannot book an alignment section, you should buy that rewire your paths. Rewire your paths in 9 days. Because there are many of you who were restless, who felt restless during that class, and they got clarity. You are always, if anyone argue, you are always everywhere. You want to be you cannot sit with yourself. You cannot sit with yourself. Nah, it's impossible. Like sit down like this, breathe in and breathe out. You can't. So you need to work on your energy. Okay. Um. I'm not okay. You're always asking questions, even when you have asked question before. You have a section with me. You booked for a section, so I think you should wait so I can analyze that for you. Hmm? You already booked for a section, so wait for your time. I will send your schedule today. Wait for your time. Did you send the areas you want clarity on? The areas you want clarity on, is your business among it? The three areas you did not add business, so you have to alternate which one is more important. And okay, let me answer. Remedies are different from person to persons. The remedy I need for my life cannot be the remedy that you need for your life. And again, remedies, there are life remedies. There are things you need to do over time for what is yours in this life to come to pass. Then when we get into a new year, everybody has different energy, and if your energy is not in alignment with that year, there are debts you need to pay back. I call them debts, and I taught people how to do that, but it differs from person to person. I can tell I cannot I might be able to lick sweets on Tuesday, but I cannot tell you to lick sweet on Tuesday because I don't know if that is what your energy needs. I have to check. And I say you have to wear silver this year. I don't know. I might have to wear silver this year. I don't know if you're supposed to wear silver this year. So it differs from person to person. It's not a blanket thing. You can just throw it out. No. Okay? But remedies are depths. There are things that, for me, I'm supposed to respect I'm supposed to respect men. But I was very disrespectful to them in the past, not in past life, and even growing up. I showed men pepper. I showed men pepper. So, but I cannot tell you go and respect men, because you might be a feminist and your own every day you might be cursing men. You said I don't curse men. I don't join crowd to do what they're doing, because my own karma in this life is different. The moment I start cursing men now, I start getting what I start getting in real life. People, they won't tell you, but what I start experiencing will be different. Yeah. So we all have different remedies. Okay. When you want to know your timing, you're not desperate. There's no desperation. That's when you know that it's your time. Okay. And there's no desperation. It just flows to you. You're at peace. Okay. So the most basic thing you can do, if anyone argue, is to look for a quiet place to sit down. Even when thoughts are going back and forth in your head, just allow them, but just close your eyes, breathe in slowly, breathe out. Okay. You can dedicate 5 minutes every day, and then as the day goes, you keep increasing it. Hmm? The moment, anytime people who are restless are people who have not found themselves. People who are restless are people who have not their highest to align your highest purpose. There will be situations that will be coming that will be knocking you off all the time. There will be situations that will come that will stress you because that's the energy you are giving of restlessness. Situations will come, people will come, and their job will just be to distract you, to disturb you, to make you more restless. Okay? Yes. Karmic relationship. If you Helen and Chialulam, I hope I pronounced this carefully, properly. If you feel that you're in a karmic relationship, then you are in a karmic relationship. Do you know that your twin flame can 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 do you strong thing, can do you pepper? It doesn't mean that. It means that they are the one that will inspire your healing. If they don't show you that kind of pepper, you will not want to come. You will not want to learn how to take care of yourself. You will not learn how to be true to yourself. So your twin flame might come and say, when it's time for you to get to the next level, I will come and do you one thing, punish you another. Most of these people who husbands kill, wife. Hey, I'm not supposed to mention um these words here because of most of these people who their husbands do strong thing and the transition. Most of these people who um, women become narcissistic to is the agreement they had. That's why no matter how you try to take out someone who is in a relationship that is not good for them, they go back to it. It's a soul bond called trauma bonding. Hmm? So if you feel like you are in a karmic relationship, it's possible you are. Okay? Chisaba, how are you doing? Hmm. Cosmic blessings. Yes, because you have refused. That's what I just told you, Ifewa. Once you are in that state of restlessness, events you will just be the people that will come and disturb you will come, situations will come that will be disturbing you. You must get to a point where you can align yourself with the peace that comes with the universe. Okay? You're always having people issues with people because that is the energy you carry. You have not removed the blockage, you have not healed yourself. You have to dedicate time to heal yourself. You are still carried away by what you see. You're carried away by what you see, and as long as you're carried away by what you see, if what you see is what you base your judgment on, you will always regret it. Okay? You must heal. The reason why we are here again is because we need to heal. Okay? You must be intentional about your healing. If you want to know the depth you are owing, you might have to. It's a one-on-one section. You cannot do chat. I cannot start breaking down the depth you are owing. I cannot even read your face. I can't even see your face. Yes, that's what the universe requires from us, to be in alignment. And what scientifically, breathing in and out just regulates your nervous system. Nervous system. Breathing in and out just regulates your nervous system. So that's why most times when somebody is having an issue with somebody, they'll say it's okay, calm down, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Calm down, it's okay. Because your nervous system needs to be regulated. You see, science and the metaphysics and spirituality are all connected. Science gives flesh to spirituality. Science gives flesh. So spirituality is speaking and speaking and you don't understand, and then science comes to dig deep and then give it a name and give it a meaning. Your Gavis Ekpo, you have attachment to money. You cannot even spend freely. You're always worried if what you have will be enough. And this comes from your past life. You have had to struggle from in past life. And so that residual of events is still stored in your subconscious. And so even when you have even so much, you are still afraid you're going to lose it. So you have to remove that blockage. If taking a walk and your energy has been good, continue taking a walk. If you've been taking a walk and your energy has been good, continue taking a walk. Jesus, but that's great. So how are you? I've not heard from you since. So blockage is not about devil or witchcraft. Blockages are conditioning. The areas of your life that you're having issues. What is your behavior towards those areas? Those are usually the blockage. What are your thoughts? How do you feel concerning certain areas? Some of you throw yourself at situations. You know that even this term hustling that you people use is a conditioning. And so because of that, you will always have to be in perpetual hustling mode. Even if you have so much money, you still feel like you have to work and work. There's no gratitude. There's no, I've arrived. Hey, let me enjoy the money I have. You don't have it in you because you're hustling. So you have to perpetually, something in your subconscious is telling you that keep hustling, keep working like a donkey. Just keep working, continue to be working, because you don't know whether this money will be enough. You don't know whether it will vanish. That's a trauma response, and that's a blockage. People, they say that some people who do not even have up to a billionaire are living more peaceful, more joyous life, and more adventurous lives. So that's a blockage. When you feel like all men has come, that is a blockage. When you feel that if you say all women are prostitutes, that's a blockage. It means that you are saying that you cannot experience a wholesome human being. When you allow the experiences of other people to determine your own experience, that is a blockage. When something happens to somebody and you internalize that thing, that is a blockage. A lot of you are living the lives of other people. That is a blockage. You see somebody else's life on social media and you wish that it is yours. That is a blockage because you don't know what they had to give to be there. So you are also calling for as you wish for other people's life. You're also calling for all the obstacles that they encounter every day. And maybe you don't even have the kind of strength they have that they have used to surmount those hurdles. And so you are wishing for their life, but you are calling forth the hurdles that they are going through, and you don't even have the strength to navigate through. That is a blockage. Okay, that's a blockage. There are lots of blockages. Lots of blockages. Being paranoia is a blockage. Always thinking about the worst case scenario of something that wants to happen. That's a blockage. If when you think about your finances, you don't experience peace, then there's a blockage. If when you think about your relationship, you don't experience peace, you don't feel wholesome, there's a blockage. If you think of your business, there's no peace that comes as you think about it. Oh wow, I'm so grateful for what I'm doing. There's a blockage. You are clearly not on your path. You're not living your true purpose. You know, if you want to travel and you are having, there's a blockage. If you want to meet somebody and there's some kind of, you are worried, this person, there's a blockage. The blockage is what causes your restlessness in your head. The blockage is what causes you not to have peace, because there's something there that needs you to inquire. There's something there that needs you to open up. The first step to clearing blockages is to know where the blockage is and to know the blockage. That's the first step to knowing blockages, to clearing blockage. You cannot clear a blockage that you cannot identify. You cannot clear a blockage that you do not know. You cannot go and start saying, okay, I want to go and clear the bush, but you don't know where the grass is, or you don't know where to clear, and just start clearing everywhere. What if the other place are plantations, cocoa, pawpaw, and then you clear everything altogether? You have too much attachment to money. I already told you. And that attachment to money is from a past life experience where you feel like you came from a poor place, and so it was difficult for you to make money. And so because of that, you feel like you have to hold on to what you have. Anybody you see that cannot spend money freely, anybody you see that cannot release money freely, anybody that you see that, hey, things hard though, hey, this Tinubu, whatever, this thing. I'm not saying that if a government is not doing well, you should not talk about it. But when you now make the person the Lord and Savior of your life, then there's a blockage. Why do you think you have to work so hard? Are you working with direction, or you're just working hard? Do you give favor to people? Do you acknowledge people? Are you always very judgmental of yourself? Omeneka faith. You judge yourself so much. In your head, you already feel like you have to work so hard to get what you want. You also feel, Omeneka faith, that if you do not do anything for yourself, nobody will do for you. That is a blockage. I'm surprised you are asking, Chioma. I'm really surprised you're asking. I'm truly surprised that you're asking. Chioma, I'm shocked that you're asking. Very surprised that you're asking. Okay. Because if you are told what your assignment is in this dimension, and you come again and keep asking, it means there is a blockage. There's actually a blockage. There's lack of self confidence. You lack the confidence to move in the direction of your dreams. You are still dealing with self doubt. So if you deal with self-doubt and you do not start taking action, because a lot of people, they will ask one question what their purpose is. When you tell them what their purpose is, they still will not move in that direction because there's a blockage. When you tell them what their purpose is, they still will not move in that direction. There was someone who came for mentorship, asked what she should be doing, gave her heads up, did everything. Up till now, she has not taken action. Meanwhile, there's Faye, who I just met, and she has launched her business in less than 1 week. It's going to a month now. And her tech company is already expanding. We just sat down just one day. I had a meeting with her, told her what she was supposed to do, and she stepped into action. Even with the self-doubt that she had, the first step to removing blockages in actualizing your goal is taking action. Without action, every dream you have is useless. Without action, every dream you have is useless. And so, let me give you one example. If the universe says you're supposed to be a doctor, it doesn't mean that you will not encounter obstacles, but you will have the strength to go through it, because the universe will want to know if you are ready for that place you are going to. So there are going to be tests that are going to be thrown at you. The universe will want to know if you are ready for where you are going to. So tests will be thrown at you. When the universe sees that even with the tests thrown at you, you are at peace, you are grounded, you are not shaking, you are still moving, every resources you need for where you're going to would flow to you easily. People who go through life joyous are people who see challenges as another means to equip themselves to better themselves. In fact, I don't call them challenges. I look at them and I see them as a blessing in disguise. If something is going on now, like, okay, fine, let me just focus on something else and do that area needs my attention. Yes, taking action freely without overanalyzing. When you start overanalyzing, there is a blockage. I spoke about what do you call it? I spoke about something in the class. I can't remember. It does not analyze. When the universe is talking to you, it does not start break. It just tells you, gives you instruction. That's it. Greatness. I like come out to wear you clothes now. Oh wow. Don't climb this place. Okay. It's coming to this side. Come, okay, I have to go now.
Let's go and check what is happening downstairs in the kitchen. Enter back now. You don't do finish.
I'm almost done. Okay, I have to go now. Greatness is looking for my attention. Greatness, just wait. Let me end it. Wait, let me end it. This thing. You're not wearing anything.
No.
Wait, hold on. I want to end it. Let me end the life. He's running. You're running. Okay, I have to go now.